What's going on, everybody? If you love God, love people, and love real estate, you're in the right place, and we appreciate you. So my name is Derek Forston. I'm Mr. ILF, and if you want to know how to start your own housing program, show the love of God, and be involved in real estate all at the same time, you're in the right place. Welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. As I said, my name is Derek Forston, and I'm super glad you're here. Shay, who are you and what do you do?
Listen, I'm Shanya Shea Forston, co-founder here at Forston Consultants and the president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, 501c3 nonprofit organization that takes women from homeless to hopeful, utilizing the ILF independent living facility model that we've trademarked here at Forston Consultants. Super excited about tonight's room. We are live and in the building. Hello to everybody that is joining. I'm just excited. So, we had the event in Jacksonville that did really well. Super huge shout out to huge, amazing affiliates for Forston Consultants. Derek calls her a super affiliate. And she's someone that is able to go out and spread the news about the ILF model and call us to come and speak to those individuals that are interested. So we'll talk a little bit about that tonight. But first and foremost, Derek, let's give a recap. You want to go ahead and give a recap?
Absolutely. Let's do it. So before we do all of that, we got to greet everybody and just see where everybody's from. Shay and I coaches all over the world, right? Our coaching right now is currently in 41 states. Shay and I are in Orlando, Florida, but our coaching goes everywhere. And we're super excited because more than likely this year, not only did we go to Jacksonville, and that was twice, we hardly ever go to the same city, but we went to Jacksonville. Houston, Texas is on board. Arizona is on board this year. We're also coming to Baltimore, Maryland this year. And Richmond, Virginia is also coming up this year. And we're having a lot of people that's coming from Indiana. I'm not sure what's happening in Indiana, but we may end up in probably Gary or one of those surrounding cities. So stay tuned to us all the time. You just know where we're going to be. And if you just happen to be one of those super affiliates, you can bring us to your city, your state. You just never know. So we'll talk a lot about that. So as Shay said, I want to just talk about the Jacksonville event for 2 seconds. That was called the Chat and Chew. And if you missed it, oh my goodness, again, you missed a great opportunity to surround yourself with like-minded people and to catch us live. Right. Now, we good on this YouTube channel, but people always say that we're different when we're live, right? They really feel like they either know us at that point, they feel like family, and they often just say it's better. And a lot of times it's the same info, but deeper. But most people say that again, that is nothing like catching us live. So once again, man, that was called the Chat and Chew. And we're going to be doing that probably a couple times this year in different locations, especially with our super affiliates, right?
And let's break down a little bit. So for anybody that has ever been to an event that we've hosted, this was more of an informal event. I mean, so informal, guys. Derek and I had on hoodies and jeans and sneakers.
Usually we get all dressed up.
Yeah, it was super relaxed. There was no agenda other than what I loved about this event is Tiffany's way that she did it. What she did, and Katara, you and I are going to meet sometime this week to talk about it. So I'll be giving you a call tomorrow, hopefully, if my schedule permits. But I'm going to give you a call tomorrow so that we can talk about it. But what I love is how Tiffany wanted to capture the information from the people that were interested. So she started with a wait list. And in order to get into the wait list, they had to answer some survey questions. And it was a brief survey, maybe I think about 5 questions. And some of the questions that she asked was like, what style, what kind of vibe are you looking for? Like, do you want this to be more of a teaching training? Do you want to come and ask questions to where it's more Q&A style? Yeah. So we got to find out from the people that were coming what they were looking for. Yeah. And what I enjoyed about this is it was so quaint, right? I love the space. The space was a very quaint space where we were able to just really be close. We were able to meet and mingle and really answer everybody's questions. So this one, they wanted it Q&A style because a lot of people just had questions. And what was so phenomenal about this, Derek, this event was that in that room, maybe 4 people out of the people that came knew who we were. Everybody else came because they knew Tiffany. Yeah. They never joined our YouTube channel. Two ladies drove from Georgia. There were other people that drove from Orlando. There was somebody that drove from like Florida as a whole. There were people that were represented. But what I loved so much about the chat and chew was, again, sit down and just really dig into people's questions and give them real answers, right? We tell them all the time, we've got the ILF Academy, we've got the ILF Academy Elite, but a lot of times it's hard to keep up with the tens of thousands of people that are in those groups. So I'm grateful for the people that do give information, but we also tell you, be careful of the information that you get in those groups. So one person even expressed their concern with some information that they were given in the group by somebody that was not us. And we were able to like correct the answer that was given to that individual because it was so wrong. You know, it was terribly wrong. But yeah, so the Chat and Chew was a successful event. We've got some new family members that are joining the ILF Academy, our ILF 101 or the ILF Collective that came on board from this event. So I'm super excited to be able to glean and teach them and train them, as well as teaching and training you all on this live tonight. So Derek, I just wanted to give that brief overview of the Chat and Chew, and see what was your thoughts on it. How did you like it? What did you take away from that? I loved it
because, again, like Shay said, we allow the people to tell us how they wanted to be taught. Usually I come with my own PowerPoint and my own agenda of how I want to teach it. This time we didn't do that. And I said, guys, I never do this, but I'm going to ask y'all first. What are your questions? Where are you at? And of course, you know, we asked everybody, like, how did y'all meet us and how did y'all know us? And like Shay said, most people knew Tiffany and had been seeing her social media. So a lot of people said, Derek, your proof was already in the pudding through Tiffany. They said, Derek, we don't even know you, bro, but we see your work through Tiffany. So we trusted it, and that's why we came. So for the first time ever, guys, I allowed the crowd to tell me how they wanted to be taught.
I love that.
And I thought that was really, really cool. And they literally said that they want to chat and chew on some food. And that's how Tiffany came up with the idea of the name Chat and Chew. Right. So what if you host an event and you have Shay and I come to your city and you call it a serious sip? I don't know.
That's cute.
And maybe we're sipping pina coladas or orange juice or your favorite adult beverage. But again, if you're an affiliate and you're able to get 20, 30, 40 people in a room to bring Shay and I to transform their life, like, you could be affiliate over that whole event. So I hope you guys understand that. And the further we go, in fact, probably in less than 3 weeks, I'm going to be doing a class on what is an affiliate. How can you be one? How did Tiffany get all those people to click her link and come to that, and she got paid for it? Like, how did all of that happen to where Shay and I just came and showed up and blessed their life? So if you allow it, God and I and me and Shay, we can change your life if you love God, love people, and love real estate. Now, Shay and I own a bunch of business and we do a bunch of stuff. But most people that find us, you guys love God, y'all love people, and you've been trying to get into real estate.
And that's the thing, guys. And we try not to, you know, we don't want to bash somebody's dream or their expectation of being successful in this. But what I tell people all the time is most people that enter into this space have a lease long life in this, right? So if they get a 1-year lease, that's as long as they're lasting, because 9 times out of 10, they're not going to be consistent. They're not going to go through the ebbs and flows of the business itself, learning how to grow it, learning how to scale it, learning how to maximize their profits, right? Most people are going to make the profit, squander it, and never grow past their first house. So again, just be mindful of what you're seeing. And be that person, like you all that follow us on a regular basis. Those are under the coaching. A lot of people from the coaching are going to get admin badges in the ILF Academy so that you all can literally just, you know, be a presence, because it's hard for Derek, myself, and our VAs just to be the ones to try and spew information in that group. But we definitely want you all's voices to be heard as well. Man, what's your next tip? Like, what's the next thing that
my next
boils
tip is
your blood?
Take a commercial break and we'll be right back.
Oh my gosh.
The first step to getting started with your own independent living facility is texting the phrase "more info" to 407-326-0086. One more time. If you text the phrase "more info" to that phone number, we're going to give you an immediate text message. You fill out your name, email address, and phone number, and we're going to send it to you instantly to watch it with you and your family or you and your team. And then if you have questions, we want you to join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel so that we can learn and grow together. But if you think that you want to move forward with one of our coaching products, we'll also speak to you by phone just to make sure that you understand fully what you're getting yourself into. And again, it starts with our webinar. So text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success. You text more info to that phone number, which gives the complete breakdown, then gives you guys a free discovery call with my team to see how fast can we get you started. So the second reason why I see most people, point number 2, people are not getting good coaching or not getting any coaching at all.
Yeah.
So everything that Shay and I are involved in that eventually turned into a business, we got a coach, and it's called skipping the line. And what I also want to say right out up front is try to get rid of thinking that you're wasting money or you got to spend money. It's an investment into you and your life and your family.
Mm-hmm.
And people that struggle with making an investment for coaching are often people that never get started.
Or fail
because
fast.
You often think that it's a scam or somebody gonna cheat you.
Yeah.
Right. And I'll admit, you gotta one day get over that. And also the second part of that is that you gotta vet people that you're considering going under.
Yeah.
One of the things I respected so much about Tiffany Richardson, she told all those people at that live event, she said, y'all don't know this, but I watched and followed Derek and Shay for a whole year before I bought that package.
Yeah.
She said, because it was so many choices of people that were fake, people that seemed cool, and people that she even liked. But once she kept watching and she was able to compare, she said, these guys right here are a no-brainer.
Yeah.
They love God, they love people, and they seem like they want to see me succeed.
Yeah.
But she still watched us for a whole year. Now, I'll admit, most of y'all don't need that long. But I'm just showing you what went into her decision-making and how strategic her thinking was before she chose a coach.
Yeah.
But ultimately, she still got good coaching. How dare you get into something that you have no clue of and you're going to figure it out on your own?
Let me tell you something.
Now, some people can do that, but most of y'all, that's doing you a disservice. Y'all need to start right now. Most of us, and watch this and listen to this carefully. Most of us, if we double our age right now, we will no longer be living. I'm going to pause and I'm going to say that again and make it make sense. Most of us don't have enough time to keep playing around. And I almost said a real bad word, but I'm sure my mom's watching, so I'm going to keep this clean. Playing around in what I'll call procrastinating of getting started. Oh, there's so many ways I can go with that. I'm going to have you hop in, Shay, but one more time.
Yeah. Get
some coaching and skipping the line.
I'll say this. Invest in yourself is the greatest investment you can do, right? We have people that spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on university, on college degrees, and never get anything out of what they put in. And this is not everybody, but there's a large majority that do. And then they get into the workspace that they thought was going to be so lucrative, and it's not even that, right? Not even close to it. We're so quick to put that money out there and then, be elbows deep, nose deep, forehead deep in debt for school fees that, again, never really gives us nothing other than a job, access to a job. We don't technically take that information and employ ourselves or start businesses. So I tell people all the time, if you can't invest in yourself, you're doing yourself a disservice, and you're also you're shorting yourself on opportunity. I love getting coaches. I love having consultants that oversee us and mentorship. It's beneficial because it takes us to a next level in where we're at. We would have never gotten where we are in other business ventures had it not been for good coaching, had it not been for good mentorships, had it not been for us gleaning and literally paying for it, guys. Like I tell people all the time, Derek and I spend a lot of money on educating ourselves, right? We are to continuously learn, and that's what we do. I'm not saying that's everybody's avenue, but I say if you fail to invest in yourself, if you fail to invest in growth of for your family and for your generations to come, then it's just I pity you in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't mean to sound like a jerk, but it's you've got to do something to better yourself. You can't say that you want to be somewhere or you want to be in this tax bracket, but you don't even know what happens when you get to that tax bracket, right? We always talked about what we wanted to make. And when we started making what we said we wanted to make, thank God we were around the right people to help us steward what we make when we made it.
Especially Uncle Sam come knocking.
Come on, Derek. And this is the stuff that we watched something not too long ago. Prominent person that's now going to do federal time, potentially do federal time in federal jail because of taxes. And it wasn't because they did it on purpose. My people perish for a lack of knowledge. And this person was very honest about this. I did not know. Nobody was around me to help me understand what happened when I got out of this tax bracket and into the next. And that's a dangerous thing. And that's why I tell people all the time, when you get into business, you have to know what comes with business, the liability that comes with business, the taxes that come with business, all of those things. And if you fail to educate yourself and you think that you're going to have Shantae down the street doing your taxes, and then 6 years later, I love you, sis. Your name just flew off my mouth. But if you think you're going to have, no, she does not do taxes. Okay. But if you think you're going to have somebody that's a home girl or homeboy doing your taxes, and they don't know how to do a true itemized tax breakdown for your business, you are up a creek. And it don't happen on the first year they mess up.
Yeah.
Like it can be I think it's 5-6 years that they can go back and look. And then somebody come knock on your door and say, here you go. Here's a document that from the IRS that says, I need proof of everything that you said you did in 2020. Run me that. And if you cannot provide that information, guess what? You're going to owe every dollar that you don't put on there as a write-off. Ask us how we know.
Procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to do. Now, if you're taking notes tonight, I know that was kind of long, but listen to this one more time. Procrastination, which I bind in the name of Jesus over all of us.
Yeah.
Procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to act on. And for most of y'all, it's to help people and get involved in real estate and create generational wealth from it. And back to my other point, most of us on the other side of not being so young, and most of us can't double our age right now and still do what we can do today. Prime example, because somebody's lost on that. Today, and I'm going to tell my age, I'm 44 years old. I know I look young, y'all, because God good to me. But if you do 44 times 2, I'm not great at math, but that's 88.
Yeah.
I can imagine Jermaine at 88. I'm not going to be as sprucey, as fast, and talk about building an ILF. So most of us don't have 20, 30, 40 years. Now, if you in here and you one of my young people, you 22 years old, you 19, you 31, you can double your age and still keep it moving. Right. You're going to be a prayer warrior at that point because all you're going to be able to do is pray.
Don't say that. God might give them that swiftness.
Now, I know some people that are in their 80s and they're still
right. Exactly.
But most of us, Miss Rhonda, we can't double our age and do this same thing that we think God has told us to do today. Right. And that's why the word procrastination is so important, because if you procrastinate till you 88, it ain't going to work. I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't going to work.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? So last time, point number 2 was invest in yourself and get some good coaching. And watch this. Most coaches will never do this. If you don't buy my coaching, and I hope you do, but if you don't, please go to somebody that know what they're doing, that's done been through something. Half of these coaches that are on this internet, they've been through nothing.
They just got information from ChatGPT probably.
We done been sued. I'd have been to court, which means all the bad stuff I went through benefits y'all so that you don't make that mistake. Yeah. Me making the Channel 8 news in a bad way, mistake. Not you. Yep. But that post I put out today of me on the Channel 8 news and me interviewing my people, that's what I want them doing to y'all. Celebrating the great work that you're doing.
Yeah.
Not being embarrassed like I was on the news. That was embarrassing to me and my family. Mm-hmm. because I didn't know what I was doing, y'all. And not because you bad people.
It was
Most
ignorant.
of y'all got a big heart. You love people and you crazy about God. You're just uneducated. You're ignorant.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that Bible it says, all you're getting, get some understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Count the cost. I can bring you a bunch of phrases from the Bible that'll tell you about business and how to make sure you're ready before you jump into it.
Yeah. I like to say this too, right? A lot of people online will glorify and glamorize what we do, and they don't realize the work that goes into it, the consistency that goes into it as well. This is not something that you're going to get into on Monday and be, you know, $1,000er by Wednesday. It doesn't work like that. This is not passive income. People can utilize, you know, they'll use catchphrases like, you know, make a killing housing, you know, the population we house. That's not what we're in here to do, right? The blessing about what we get to do is serve those that we get to serve by providing them with housing. And on the back end of that, God blesses us financially, right? And at the same time, we're being a blessing to them. People don't realize some of the things that we do for our residents to help them get a leg up in society, be able to evolve from where they're at, right? So again, just be mindful that when you're doing this, you're doing a good work. And yes, it's in the form of a business, and that's to cover you, to make sure that you are, you know, allocating funds appropriately for taxation purposes. That's the business aspect of this. The other part of it is that heart. You've got to have the heart for the people that you serve. If you don't, I promise you within 6 months to a year, you'll be burnt out. You'll have taken people through through roller coaster rides. And I can guarantee you a case manager or social worker wouldn't look your way again.
Anyway, thank y'all so much again for allowing Shay and I to be just super transparent and share with you guys every angle possible. Hope tonight, even as we just kind of bounced around, we proved ourselves to you in terms of the new people that we know what we're doing and that you should probably be under our coaching. Now, if God tell you different, you listen to him. If God leads you away from me, don't you come back here, because I only want God what God wants for you. So if God say, you know, that God Derek is great, but I got something greater for you, and I'm going to lead you to it. Absolutely. You stay away from me. You get away from here. But most of y'all, God going to lead you right here, and I want to be your big brother. Now unto him.
That is able
Did you do the thing?
That is able to do.
That is able to do.
Exceedingly.
Abundantly.
Above.
All.
That we can ask.
Or think.
According to his power.
That worketh in us.
God bless y'all.
See y'all. If this is your first time ever joining us, first of all, I want to say thank you. Second of all, I hope you're enjoying the content. But probably most importantly, I want you guys to text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086. That's going to give you our introductory webinar that breaks all of this down. And it also gives you a call with someone on our team to answer every question you have before moving forward. Because remember, I don't want you to buy nothing before you have a clear understanding of what this is and how to operate it. So one more time, text only these two words, more info, to 407-326-0086, and you will get an immediate download. You click that, you put your name, email address, and phone number, instant download. After watching that webinar, which is about 55 minutes long, first of all, it's going to change your life. Second of all, make sure you book that call, and then you join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel right here at Forston Consultants, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's go. Most people don't fail because they're broke. They fail because they're not in the right room. The ILF Academy is not another Facebook group. It's the cheapest and most affordable access point to learning the independent living facility model. In fact, my masterclass that I taught, it was over 3 hours and 58 minutes. I put that inside of this $5 group. And if you know anything about me, guys, only my one-on-one people get that kind of coaching. But I'm giving it to you all because I want no excuses this year that you didn't know how to get started. So the ILF Academy Elite is only $5, and I'm going to put the link below. We'll see you there. The first step to getting started with your own independent living facility is texting the phrase more info to 407-326-0086. One more time, if you text the phrase more info to that phone number. We're going to give you an immediate text message. You fill out your name, email address, and phone number, and we're going to send it to you instantly to watch it with you and your family or you and your team. And then if you have questions, we want you to join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel so that we can learn and grow together. But if you think that you want to move forward with one of our coaching products, we'll also speak to you by phone just to make sure that you understand fully what you're getting yourself into. And again, it starts with our webinar. So text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success.
Hey, Derek, I just want to ask, what's the biggest benefit of independent living facility?
Well, in my opinion, the best form of real estate is shared housing. That's why we invented the independent living facility model, because we view it like this. Why get one house and rent to one income, right? A family usually, mom, dad, 3 kids. What the ILF model does, it allows you to take that same 4-bed, 2-bath home and take 8 people from homeless to hopeful. That's the benefit of shared housing.
So what's the secret to being so successful in the ILF housing model?
The biggest secret literally that we have, and it's kind of no secret because we always say it, we keep God first, right? We love people and we love real estate. So we live by this thing that says that we want to please God, right? Because we believe that if you do that, man, everything else can just fall in place. We believe in helping people. And that's something that's actually in the Bible. God says that when you do unto the least of thee, it's like you're doing it unto him. We also believe in being respected by our community while we're doing it. When I first started this, guys, nobody knew me. Today, we're really well known, but not because of how great I am. It's because of the housing program that's changing the lives in the city in which we live in. And then the last part about it, I want you guys to make enough money to feed your family. So one more time, we believe in pleasing God, helping people, being respected by the community, but I also want you to make enough money to feed your family. And you can do that while doing the independent living facility model. So just text more info, just those 2 words, more info, to 407-326-0086. And that's the first starting point.
David, I know you're not there yet, but remember I told you to act in faith, and while you're doing all the homework that I told you about earlier, always be looking for a property, whether that's on Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook Marketplace, or word of mouth using your social media. Always be looking for a property, because you just never know when God's going to say, go, it's your time. Yeah, I remember that. But, and you won't believe it, but I actually found a property and it's in one of them HOAs. And see, David, I can tell already you haven't been listening, because that's one of my major rules is that we never start an independent living facility in an HOA or a community association. Because always in the fine print, it's going to say something about you can't run a business inside of here and you can't not sublet, which is the entire model of what we do. Does that make sense? Dennis, would you happen to have a list of things that, you did wrong in the beginning when you first started your independent living facility? Like what kind of mistakes that you made?
David, that's actually a great question, right? Even coming from you. I wrote a book that's entitled How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. And in fact, David, it's the 12 dumbest mistakes that are ever made. And because I didn't want other people to make them, I put it in a book. So go to forstonconsultants.com. That's again, forstonconsultants.com, and check it out. That's where you can find all of our ebooks, all of our coaching, and more information about live events.
Well, I'm going to just have to do that then, because that sounds like a good starting point to me. And then I'm going to come to y'all Jacksonville 31st event. I need to be live around y'all too.
That's fine, David, but can I ask what's up with the hat and the sweat across the neck? Like, what's that all about?
Hey, Dennis, I was watching one of your replays on your YouTube channel, over there at Forston Consultants, and you said something about paying us as an affiliate if we refer somebody to y'all and they get the coaching, you will pay me. Like, what does that mean?
David, do you listen or understand anything we talk about? And yes, that's true. We'll literally pay you for using your affiliate link, that if you drive somebody to us for the coaching and they get it, we pay you 40%. We started that last year. Not sure how long Derek could continue to do that, but David, get in now. Text the word affiliate to 407-326-0086. Fill out the information and you're in. It's that easy.
Wow, man. That's a heck of a deal, because basically you telling me if I refer somebody to you for your one-on-one coaching, you're going to give me 40% of that. Hey, David, did you know that we were coming to Jacksonville, Florida for another live event teaching the independent living facility model? Yeah, I heard that. I saw a girl posting that in that ILF Academy group that you got. I saw her put a post about it. I just didn't really know that that was actually y'all. Yep, that's actually a live event that we're speaking at. Tiffany Richardson, who's actually a super affiliate at Forston Consultants, she planned this whole event. She marketed it, she planned it, and her only job was to bring Shay and I to Jacksonville to talk about it. So she's gathering 30 to 40 to probably 50 people that want to know how to do the independent living facility model, and we're going to bring it to Jacksonville, Florida, January 31st. David, make sure you don't miss it. Well, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to bring my girlfriend with me too, because I think this is something that we can do together. So Dennis, in your professional opinion, since you trademarked the ILF, which is the best population, or probably which is the easiest population to serve when I want to get started with my ILF? Well, if you're asking me my personal opinion, I love the elderly adults and military veterans. They're super independent. They don't usually need much from you. And again, they're just easier. People that are more settled in life, meaning age-wise, they just typically are a little bit easier than your younger crew. So, but I always tell people also, right? Choose your population by what your community is dictating. Where I live at in Orlando, Florida, it screams for military veterans and elderly adults.